Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Cobra Viper. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have at the top, warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole if they don't belong there. 4 and up, there's the assortment numbers if you need that kind of thing. And then here we have G.I. Joe, written the red, white, and blue. And this logo is a little bit different than what they normally put on the retro cards. Usually it's flat. This kind of has a 3D effect to it. No real American hero on it though still. Cobra, enemy, duh. Cobra Viper, and then there is some nice artwork reminiscent of the original artwork, packaging artwork even. And then here we have that classic Hasbro logo that they used to stamp on stuff with a metal, like, I don't know what it was. But anyway, they stamped it on stuff in the commercials and stuff. On this side, nice big blister showcasing the figure and accessories. And then on the back side, G.I. Joe, red, white, and blue. No real American hero, but in that 3D kind of, I don't know why they did that. Knowing is half the battle. And then here is a nice file card of for the Cobra Viper, that if you want to read over that, please feel free to pause it and do so at this time. Moving right along, we have the cross sale, which is this figure, Cobra Viper. Rock and Roll, which I passed on because I think the classified version is better, even though he's not all green. I don't know. I might go back and pick this one up. And then, of course, here we have the retro carded Dr. Mindbender. I got the classified series one, the Hasbro Pulse one, so I'll be passing on this one, I think. ParentsGIJoe.com. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole, especially that don't belong there. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to baby, small, fine, legalese, made in Vietnam print, a barcode, and those symbols I'm not going to learn. So there you have it, my friends. A look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have Handy Dandy Tweezer to help us take a look at the accessories. And he does come with 2 extra sets of hands. One left hand, yeah, is, gloved hand. And it's splayed out fingers, maybe for holding something. I do believe this originally came with Snake Supreme Cobra Commander, and it was his globe holding hand. So in and out hinge there. Another of what looks like Snake Supreme Cobra Commander's hands is the pointing finger, in and out hinge. And then he comes with a pair of fists, a left and a right, in and out hinges. Nice molded details. Did I say in and out hinges? I'm pretty sure I did. All 4 of them are on in and out hinges. So next up, let's take a look at this gun. It's got a little bit of paint out right here and here, and that's on both sides. I do believe we've seen this before. I want to say it came with the Viper 3-pack. It's got 2 ports in it there. Nice molded detail, very realistic look to it. Also has a removable magazine. Here is the other gun, which again I think we saw in that Cobra Viper 3-pack as well. And again, nice molded details, and it does have a realistic look to it. Port in the barrel there, and removable magazine also. Now, set also comes with this suppressor, and it's the same color as this gun, so it more than likely is supposed to go with this gun. However, I think it fits the other rifle as well. No, the port is, I mean, the post is a little bit too big for the port, so this one goes with that one. And that's it. Next up are his goggles, which again just don't make sense to me because he's wearing that visor, but I don't know. It does add to the look of him. Looks as though it's molded in black plastic, and it has this nice kind of chromy silver. Well, it's more of a gunmetal-y look. For the lenses, here we have his backpack, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before. Nice molded details in it. Post there that fits in the port on his back. No paint apps though. And then the last accessory is the Cobra stand, made out of that glossy black plastic that picks up everything. It's got 2 pegs, got a Cobra on it. It's got a place for a name plate there, sticker, whatever, if you wanted to do that. Finally, let's take a look at the figure himself. And I want to say most of this we've seen before. However, there are some new elements to this one. He now has a Viper. We now have a Viper with pinless elbows and knees. So they have finally updated that mold. And for the most part, it's the same. I just think those parts are new. Everything else appears to be the same, just by cursory examination. So, head's probably molded in this blue, and then nice shiny silver paint app. Got a tampo here. We got some red paint apps on the vest just to help it pop a little bit. Molded in color, hand molded in color, and the arm molded in the flesh tone, I'm guessing. And this is the paint app, or it could be the other way around. And then all of this molded in color, except for the stripe on the pants legs, the inside and the outside of the pants legs, and the knee pads. So overall, I have to say the sculpt looks really good. It always has looked good. And I don't know what else to say about it. Oh, there's a piece I forgot to show off because I had it in his holster and forgot it was there. So he also comes with this nice pistol. Realistic look, nice molded details on the hilt here. It has what looks like a cobra with an open mouth. At least a snake with an open mouth. So that would make sense for this guy. Well, let's take a look at his articulation real quick. He doesn't really look up. The head, neck, and torso are 3 separate pieces. Dumbbell at the top of the neck, ball joint at the bottom. He can look down that far, which again isn't much. He does have some chicken neck. He's got very little waggle. He can do the full exorcist. Butterflies in the shoulder. Goes back that far. Goes forward that far. 360 degrees of rotation there at the shoulder, as well as he can raise his arm up at the shoulder that high. Cut at the upper bicep, 360 degrees worth of rotation. As I mentioned before, double hinged pinless elbow gives you that much bend. At the wrist, it will rotate 360 degrees. This piece does get in the way just a little bit. And let's see, it's on an up and down hinge, so that is nice. This side is on an up and down hinge as well. There's probably a cut in the torso, or it's standard ab hinge along with a ball joint or half dumbbell at the waist. In conjunction, they allow him to lean back that far, forward that far. The vest does get in the way. He can lean left and right. He's got hula and a 360 degree rotation. Pull down hinge at the hips. Only gives him that much of the splits though. He can kick forward approximately 90 degrees and back about half the length of one of his own feet. Cut at the upper thigh, 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless knee gives you that much bend. And then at the top of the shin, there's a boot cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. Ankle tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and it does have a pin for rocker. Now, as far as accessory storage goes, pistol goes back in here where I pulled it out from. Stand, of course, you just put the footholds on the foot pegs. You might have to adjust the vest a little bit to port the backpack in. And the foot wants to come off the peg. Goggles, make sure you got them right. Put them there. Then move the strap in the back down. Then you can adjust it a little bit. Don't worry, they'll probably fall off. As far as his weapons go, he can hold one in each hand or one with two hands. However you want to do it. And of course, no storage for the extra hands. There you have it, my friends. A look at the figure, the accessories, and accessory storage. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Cobra Viper with the Target exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Island Cobra Viper, and the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Viper from the Cobra Viper 3-pack. Here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Cobra Viper with the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Swarm Sentry and the Valaverse Action Force Swarm Scarab. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Cobra Viper with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified series retro carded Cobra Viper, I'm going to have to tell you guys, I almost canceled my pre-order on this Viper. Because I have one Cobra Island Viper. I have the 3-pack. The only thing that kept me from canceling this is I needed one more regular style Viper to kind of even out my Viper ranks. That's the only reason I didn't cancel this guy. I came very, very close. But I didn't. And now I have, you know, an odd number of Vipers, but even number of regular plus an officer. Or the gray one. Whatever that alternate colored one was in the 3-pack. They call it the officer. Some people have told me it's a different version of the Viper. So I don't know. I'm going to call it the officer because that's what it said on the box. But I will have to say, you know, not only that reason, but I was very surprised to find pinless elbows and knees on this figure. It just, it was a very welcome surprise. I've been saying that they needed to update, you know, those trooper bodies with the pins in them, because those pinned knees tend to be a little bit weak, especially if you're doing a pose. If you're setting your display up with poses like this, yeah, it's not gonna, your Vipers are gonna fall over for sure without some kind of support, because over time those knees just, they warp, they bend, not just because of heat, which will, you know, will make them do that, but just the weight of the figure itself, or the weight of holding a weapon, will make the elbows bend and sag. And so, yes, pinless is better. Would I go through and replace all of my Vipers? No, I'm not going to do that. But I will say it's a very welcome surprise that he had pinned or pinless knees and elbows. Very great. Other than that, it seems to be most of this is the same as the previous releases of the Vipers. Now, the backpack, I think the backpack is different. The guns both came in the 3-pack. I don't know about the pistol, but I think it did too. And I just like, I like the colors on this one. It feels a little more vibrant in my mind, and does take me back to that original Viper figure. And when I mean the real American Hero figure. And so, you know, I like this guy. I'm glad I ended up not canceling the pre-order, because again, it was a pleasant surprise, and I'm so happy. And I hope that they use this for all the Vipers going forward, if they do another set of Vipers or whatever have you. So, well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link. See if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.